The carnage of Mosul. The year 1917 carved a scar across Mosul. Famine, born of drought, had desiccated the fields and silenced the herds, forcing the populace into a state of animalistic survival. They called it the year of the deer lira. People ate what they could catch: cats, dogs, anything that possessed a pulse. Amidst this agonizing scarcity, the story of Abboud and his wife, Khajawa, unfolded, a chronicle of such profound bestiality that it became the century's defining horror in Iraq. Their grim trade, hidden behind the facade of a small shop, lasted for months before the sickening truth was excavated. They had abducted, slaughtered, and cooked over 100 children, incorporating the forbidden flesh into the local dish, Al-Qaliya, which they sold openly. The horror was revealed not by detective work, but by sheer, horrifying chance in the marketplace. A customer, chewing what he believed to be tough mutton, felt an alien solidity in his mouth. He extracted it, a bone, small and unmistakable. The flawless, pale curve of a child's finger joint. The man sprinted for the authorities. The raid on Abboud and Khajawa's home was swift and devastating. Behind their dwelling, they discovered a cistern, a well transformed into a charnel house. It was filled, nearly to the brim, with severed heads, estimated at 100, a sight that instantly paralyzed the city with shock. In the cold judgment of the court, Khajawa collapsed, her confession a torrent of wretched desperation. When questioned on their motivation, they spoke only of hunger's absolute tyranny. They had exhausted the fauna of the city. They began with cats, then dogs. But they did not begin with the children. Their first human victim was an elderly neighbor who visited their home. They butchered her, cooked her, but the meat was tough, rank with age, and only served to sicken them, inducing violent nausea. It was only after this failed attempt that they sent their own son to lure a young boy from the neighborhood. They slaughtered the child, cooked him, and tasted the meat. According to their own repulsive assessment, the young flesh was exquisite, tender, rich, and exquisitely flavored. That discovery cemented their new purpose: children were the ideal source. The sentence was death by hanging. On the day of execution, Abboud and Khajawa were seated backward upon donkeys and led through the streets to the square of Bab al-Tob. The populace gathered, a surging wave of grief turned lethal, raining down curses and blows. As Khajawa was mounted on the platform, a woman, a mother whose son had vanished, fought through the crowd, reaching the platform just long enough to viciously tear and rend at Khajawa's ankle while screaming the accusation that she had consumed 3 of her own progeny. Abboud offered no plea for mercy. He met the mob's hatred with reciprocal filth, screaming that the government, responsible for the famine, deserved the blame. The onlookers noted a final, chilling anomaly as the execution was carried out. Each time the guards attempted to orient Abboud's swinging corpse towards the Qibla for his final repose, the rope would inexplicably twist, forcing his back towards the other direction. They took this as irrefutable proof. Their sins were so monumental, so profound, that even in death, God turned away, leaving them exposed to the eternal damnation their appetites had carved out for themselves. This really happened. And this is only one case. Comment the next crime you want revealed. The full book, Arabic and English, is waiting. Link in bio. Crimes that shook the Arab world.